Hello. Cool. My name is Whitney. I'm a philosophy major at University of Oregon. Um, I'm just gonna on here because I am pretty introverted and I am like self-conscious about just like normal human shit, like how I act in public or what I look like or body image, whatnot. And by putting myself out there, I'm kind of exposing myself to a degree. Um, which I think is important. I'm not necessarily on here. I'm not nervous right now. I'm just kind of talking as I think about things in my head. So bear with me as far as that goes. Um, I was just reading a book on that couch about wealth and what gets you excited. And I just kind of like was thinking about it because I've been thinking about this a lot recently, like where I want to go in life, what I want to do. I've kind of had talks with like my friends where they're so I'm a philosophy major and they're also philosophy majors and they've kind of been thinking about like, bro, what does a philosophy major even do? And it's definitely something I've thought about, not a lot. It's kind of like what everybody says, is like philosophy major. What are you gonna do with your life? Like what career path is that? And I've known that I've never wanted to be on a career path. I've just I know that I don't want to be a wage slave in any regard. I don't want to work for a government. I don't want to work for a corporation. I just want to work for me. And I'm jumping all over the place, but last summer I worked at like a fishing, like on a fishing charter. Um, and it was just like we would work 10 hours a day. We would just wake up, work, go to sleep, and do it again the next day for 7 days a week. And you get used to it after week one, and it kind of just becomes a way of life. Like you wake up, you do what you're required to do, and you don't even think of it as work. You just think of it as like what you're doing for others. It was a lot of service. I felt like a service that I was providing for others. As a deckhand on the boat, killing people's fish and helping them fillet it and whatnot. It was physically demanding, which I loved. I like it when your body feels sore after a workout or whatever. Um, it was just kind of a way to work that wasn't traditional, and it's been something that's been like a deckhand on a fishing boat has been a job for however many tens, hundreds of years. I don't really know, but I think we're moving towards a society where like as we populate more, there's more jobs that require that um, shift from like a I think of a deckhand as more of a traditional job than a 9 to 5. So I'm gonna call that a traditional job. We're shifting from traditional jobs into industrialized jobs that require obedience. And a deckhand in working a traditional job, you're not being obedient, you're being attentive, you're being you're working for yourself, essentially. Um, and working for yourself is so valuable in that it doesn't feel like work at that point. It just feels like you're exuding your own natural energy. Man, this is sounding so. I'm straying far away from what I was talking about. It sounds like I'm high right now. I'm not high. I'm just talking. And I don't talk a lot. And if I do talk a lot, it's because I have ADHD and like it's 2 a.m. and we're playing Fortnite and I'm just yapping my friend's ears off. But no, in public, in other people's eyes, I don't really talk a lot. Uh, and I'm not lonely. I'm not sad. I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need a relationship right now. I'm just finding solace in myself. Loneliness is really great for a little while, but then after a while, it can be really harmful to a human being because we're not meant to be alone. You know, that's not the natural path that we've chosen. It's not the path that's been chosen for us. We are creatures of habit, and in that, we're creatures of community. No matter how introverted you are, you always have to have somebody who loves you. And I have plenty of people who love me, and I love plenty of people. So it's not like I need a partner or a girlfriend or anything like that. Wow, the more I talk into this camera, the more I realize just how unprepared I was to talk into a camera. That's so weird. Like I can talk in front of a classroom perfectly fine without any like feelings of nerves or anything like that. But just my talking into this camera, I just don't know what to say next. And I had so much to think about. Well, consider this an introduction to whatever I'm gonna do. I've really, I was thinking last night. I was at 2 a.m. this morning. I'm living like an apartment, and so my apartment building has a roof. And I went up to the roof and just kind of like looked at the stars, and I was listening to Tool, if you know Tool. It was and I was just staring up at the sky and like breathing in and out, in through my nose, out through my mouth, and like this idea popped in my head where I was like, I was a teacher, I was like a leader, and I taught philosophy and I taught people about what I was doing and about healthy ways to live. And I just really like that idea. So this is my crude attempt. I've recorded for 9 minutes. Oof, it feels way longer than that. But this is my crude attempt at a video. More to come. I promise I won't be this cringe or unprepared. Wow. Yeah, I'll research like a philosophical text or share with you what I've been learning in class. I've been learning some pretty interesting stuff. I think a lot of people will be interested in it. Um, but yeah, sorry I this is so long and it feels like I dragged it out. I'm really just trying to be as cut and dry and human as possible, and I'm realizing I'm just sounding like I'm high or something. Um, but yeah, I'll catch you later. Goodbye.